What is up, guys? It's your boy Gage and Horne, and I am here with an awesome, amazing, awesome, epic story for you guys today. Today is our high school stories Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Isn't it just feel good to get out of school for the weekend? Peace out. Yeah. Love you. So I have an awesome story for you guys today to talk about, and this story is going to include me getting chased by a car. Yes, it's a crazy story. I don't even know. It was back probably sophomore, junior year. I kept trying to think about it, but I could not add it up to when I actually did it. But I'm getting somewhere back there. But anyways, so this is a crazy story about back when I had my Mazda, my little car that was an automatic, and it was a really nice car. I really liked it. It was like a piece of crap, but it was like my first car, so it like had a lot of memories, and I just kind of liked it like that. So this kind of story, I was coming home from work one day, and I live kind of far from my work. I'd like to say quite far, it takes a good while, take 20 minutes to get to work or so. And so what happened is I was coming home from work one day, and it was really late at night, it was probably about 10:30 at night, I remember it being really late, and besides, it was somewhere, I think it was between the summer from sophomore to junior year, that's when I think it was. And I was coming out of work, and these two kids, which was crazy. Now, I didn't know it was these two kids, but I'm going to tell you the crazier part later. And so, the scary part is I know one of the kids, one of those two kids that goes to my school to this day, and the other kid has kind of been involved in my current kind of thing, but he's a pass. It's like he goes to a different school than me, but I still know who he is, and yeah, so it's a pretty crazy story. Jumping into it. I get out of work, it's 10:30, and, we close up early, and I start, and I'm always happy when I get out of work. Well, back in the day when my work used to be super awesome, and I had my favorite manager working there, my favorite people working there, and it didn't suck so bad. It was just an awesome place, but, so I get out of work, I'm kind of happy, and I'm like, and when I got out of, when I was getting to my car, I'm trying to think of it ahead before I'm talking, so I'm like, think why I'm talking about something else. No, but the thing is when I was parked, and I back out, and I start cruising through the parking lot, and I speed up a little bit just to, like, rim my engine, because it's just, like, fun, and there's no one there. I get back into the lanes, and I start driving on this long road to get back to my house, right? And it's, like, 10:30 at night, and for some reason the roads were, like, really a lot more quiet than it normally was. I believe it was it had to be like a Wednesday, it had to be a Wednesday or Thursday, because it was like the days I worked back then. So it was like one of those days, and it was really, really just like no people on the streets. I'm like, it's really weird, because normally I see a lot more cars, but there's like maybe 5 or 6, and there's like one coming this way, and there's like 5 or 6 like, way back behind me, but there's like just, in my area, there's only like, just me. But then out of nowhere, this is the crazy part, I'm driving, right? And then this car turns out next to me, and then he, like, speeds up a little bit, and I'm like, that's weird. And then I just, like, start speeding. I started hitting my gas a little bit, and I was just trying to go a little bit faster, because I seen they were, like, doing something in the car. I couldn't even really tell how much people were inside of the car, but they were, like, goofing off or something. I'm like, this is weird. I'm just going to speed up so where I don't have to, like, see them right on the side of me. It was weird. I was, like, kind of ignoring them, so I was, like, trying to speed up, and the smarter thing would have been to do was slow down. But me being stupid, I decided to speed up and get ahead of them. And then they speed up next to me again. I see someone in the view, and then I start speeding up again. And I just keep going down, and I'm speeding, and I'm going all the way down. And I'm starting to go really speeding, and I'm hitting like 60 miles an hour, like 16 miles an hour, guys. And I'm like, and I still next to me, and I look over real quick, and then I couldn't really see because it had tinted windows, and I'm like, but I seen like their heads or something, and they're like looking at me. And I could think they were laughing. I couldn't really tell. And I'm like, oh. But anyways, I'm going 60 miles an hour. And I look down at the gauge like 60. Oh, okay, whatever. So what happens is it's my street anyway. So I slam on my brakes and I turn the corner. Like, slam on my brakes. Like, my tires skidded. And I turn the corner and I'm like, this is weird. And I start driving. Like, that was just a weird situation. I don't even know who those kids were. What the freak. And I start driving. And then I see lights flash. Like, not like cop lights, but like I just see like a white light flash in my mirror, and I look up, and I was like, is that the same car, or did that car just turn from like one of a different street, and it was going slow and everything. I'm like, it's probably not. And so I kept driving and driving, and then I was about to turn on the street that I normally go on, but the car was right behind me, and just in case, I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. So I kept going straight, and then he's still following me, and I went up a little bit, and I passed like 7, 8 streets after my street I was supposed to, and I'm like, this guy's following me. I turned the corner really fast, and I slammed on the gas, just like hoping it wasn't. And then after I slammed on my gas, the guys behind me slammed on their gas too and started following me. Now I'm getting chased like through, like next to a park, and then I knew these streets. These were like next to my house, so I knew my streets enough. I started driving past this park, and then right at this part where I knew there's this part where you can go up a street, and then there's like this big opening, and then you can go all the way up the street, so it's like up, and then there's like this big opening, and then there's up even more. So I knew that big opening was right there. So what happened is that when I turned up that street, I knew there was that big opening right there, and I flipped around, like I U-I'd like a crazy dude. Like I was so scared. I'm sweating. I'm like, what the freak do these kids want? Like I'm freaking out. I speed up. I flip a UE, really fast. And by the time they were even coming up the street, I was already going back the opposite way. And then this was the best part. And then I'm not gonna lie, I felt like Fast and Furious at this point. And then so once he comes like right here, and he's coming this way, and I come this, like he barely turns the corner, and I'm coming this way, and then I'm already going back this way. And then when he went to turn around, he was already too close to the side, so he couldn't turn around all the way. He actually went up, and then got like this trash can was in front of him, so he had to like back up and then go forward again. And so I'm already like a little bit gone, and he's still chasing me, and I'm like running this way, and as I'm turning this corner, he's still way back here. And then what happens is when I went out and turned this corner, I turned another corner really fast, and I went down this alley, and then I just went back, and then I just parked down in this alley. And so right when I turned down, and this is the crazy part. So when I turned down in the alley, these guys came out of the street that I was on and then turned right on the alley too. So right when they turned in the alley, I was turning into a parking spot. So I'm in a parking spot, and they were turning into the alley, and I quickly shut off my car and I turn off my lights. And at this point, I am about to call 911. I get down and I hurry and grab my phone. I'm freaking out because it's like not coming out of my pocket. And I swear to God, I like ripped my pants open. I'm just like grab my phone. Even though I really didn't. I was just like pulling it so hard, like I don't even know how it didn't break. And I just pull out my phone really quick, and I duck, and I'm scared. And I'm already like trying to dial the number. And then I see the lights come slowly behind my car. And then they kept on, and then what happened is when I'm parked like this, and I'm all parked in the spot, and I look back with my phone already, and then there's this car that slowly comes by, and it's that same car, it was the same color and everything, and he drives by, and I look over, and he keeps going down, and then he takes a right, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm scared, like, what if I leave and they're, like, right there? So I hurry, and first thing I do is I call my ex-girlfriend I was with for, like, 2 years, and I'm like, oh my God, babe, I was chased, and she's like, what? And I'm like, I was chased, I'm, like, freaking out, I'm getting mad at her, because, like, she's like, whoa, calm down, and I'm like, I'm scared, I'm getting mad, I'm angry, I'm terrified, and I just don't even know what to do, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, like, I'm crying, I'm so scared. And she's like, just get out of there. Just go home, get out of there. And at this point, I was like, I wasn't close to my house, but I was like, about maybe 5 minutes away from my house, So I'm still in this parking spot, and I'm just so scared to like pull back, and then their car be like right there, and like pull up and like trap me in, because then what do I do then? Like I was so scared of that. So I was like, maybe just wait, and I talked to her for like good 10 minutes or so, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call you back later, I gotta go. And she's like, what, stay on the phone? And I already hung up because I was like angry for some stupid reason. I was just so like scared and angry, so I just like hung up, put the phone down, and like she called back, but I just ignored it. And I'm like, all right. So what I did is I was like, okay, let's do this. I hurried, switched on my lights, or turned on my car, switched on my lights, and I back up. I back out of the parking space, and I can either go this way or this way, but I turn back and I go like away from my house, which was the kind of smart, kind of dumb idea. But the thing is when I went away from my house, I turned back on this other street, and I turned back and started heading towards my house. I just kind of made like this big loop kind of thing, and I started driving towards my house, and I look over, and I'm looking everywhere, and then I seen lights, and it scared the crap out of me, and I remember just like looking back, and I was about to hit the gas, and then I see it come closer, and it's a big like kind of Yukon truck kind of looking thing. I'm like, oh, thank God, because the car was like the same size as mine. Like mine was just a little Mazda. I don't remember exactly what the submodel was, but it was just like a little Mazda car, and then there wasn't a Mazda car. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like some kind of car. And I'm freaking out. I'm like crying, and I'm looking around, and I finally just pull in my driveway. And this time, I normally don't even go in my driveway. I normally just park in front of the house, but I was so scared, so I went all the way up and back to the driveway, because our driveway could make me feel like maybe 3 cars. Never tried it, but I'm sure I could fit 3 cars and like not get in trouble with the road. Like it just like the back end would be out of the driveway, but it wouldn't affect any cars that was coming by. I mean, 2 cars could still fit going across the street. Anyways, point being is I went all the way back. You know, my mom didn't get off work. She used to get off work really late that time, so I went all the way back. I didn't even care. I was like, well, I get trapped in because I have school, or not school, but I have work in the morning. But I don't even care. Like I'm so scared at this point. I just want no one to see me. And then it's the craziest thing, and I'm like, I run downstairs, and before I call my girlfriend or anything, I get on Facebook, and I make this, like, status thing. I'm like, oh my god, the craziest thing just happened. This car, like, blah, 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 which was super, super dumb, right? Who goes on Facebook and talks about that where there's, like, millions of people? So this is the crazy part. One of these guys that I knew goes to school with, and we'll just call him Jay, and I go to school with him to this day. And what's even worse, oh god, I'll talk about it in a second. But I make the status, you know, and then hey, a bunch of people liked it, and some people were like commenting, like, oh my god. And then I get this comment after like 10 comments later, and it was Jay, and then he was tagging some other dude. And so I'm like, whoa, that's weird, you know. And I clicked the other dude, and I was like, I don't even know this guy, but it said he went to the same school as my town, like they must know each other. And then that dude tries to add me. I'm like, what? But I was like, oh my god, what if it was? And I clicked it. I was like, what if it isn't? No, it can't be them. Why would they do that? Like, I kind of know Jay. Like, why would Jay, like, follow me and scare me like that? Like, that was, like, the most terrifying thing. Like, he wouldn't do that. I add the friend. Not even a couple minutes later, the dude comments, why were you running, you little B word? And I'm like, what? You're kidding me. And I was like, I didn't run. You guys were chasing me down. He's like, haha, you were trying to race me, and I won. You just gave up and drove off on another road. I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, and then I was like so scared. I was like, I don't even care now that these guys know who I am and everything like that. I was like, I made this like, I swear, like 2-paragraph message with perfect grammar. I went through it and everything. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was just trying to outrace you. Your car's so much better than me. I was just being dumb and stupid. I thought you were someone else and made up this stupid story. And then he's like, just whatever fag. Just keep it to yourself and don't even try to mess like that again, or I'm gonna have to beat your ass. And I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry, you know. And then it was even worse because like a couple of my family members, I could say bunch, but a bunch of people seen that of all the status stuff the next day, because I fell asleep. Like I started talking to my girlfriend before I deleted all the stuff, and then I was like, and I fell asleep on the phone or whatever, or maybe I went off. I don't know. I was just super tired. I fell asleep when I woke up next morning. A bunch of families already seen it, and then I deleted it and stuff. But yeah, isn't that a crazy story how all of this happened? And now to this day, like we never said anything after that. I see Jay at school every day, and I think he hates me, you know, because he has some drama with me, with some other stuff, you know, that's some personal stuff. I can't really get into that, but you know, that's the other school. The Jay kid, like I guess they both kind of have drama with me. Jay's girlfriend I actually have a class with, and so I was in her group a couple of times, so I think she kind of likes me, or like kind of whatever, and so if Jay were to do anything, she'd be like, no, don't do that, he's nice, or something like that. I'm not sure, but you know, it's been like 2 years, so they both dropped it by now is what I'm saying. But the other one, A, which goes to the other school and stuff like that, and he was actually the driver of the car, by the way, as well. Jay was just like in the passenger seat, because I knew he didn't hate me that much or something, but anyways, A is actually me and him have some like current drama, and you know, I don't like to post on phone like this. Like I like to talk about stuff later, and like I already feel a little bit iffy about talking about this, but you know, you guys are my fans, and you guys should know by now. And they don't even care. Like they don't even probably remember this night, but it was like one of the most scary, terrifying nights of my life. So I had to tell you guys, and it was just definitely one of my high school stories I'm gonna remember. Even though it wasn't during high school, it was in the summer, but god damn, was it one of those big stories. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and I will catch you guys in my next video, and peace out. Scary. Comment, oh by the way guys, before I go, comment what you guys feel about this. Like, what do you think? Was I stupid? Yes, I know I was stupid, but tell me, like, what do you guys think about this crazy story? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.